Why do you work? You know, we all have our needs. Certainly the Bible tells us we have to have a job. We should be laboring. The Sabbath commandment tells us that there's 6 days to do all of your labor. Certainly we have needs that we have to fill. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our families. And certainly the Bible tells us that message over and over and over again. But hopefully that's not the only reason we work, because God makes it pretty clear that just selfish interest is not what it's about. There's a passage that the Apostle Paul was inspired to write that's in chapter 4 of Ephesians. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 28, he gives us some instructions that is such a good reminder for us. It says we should labor working with our hands what is good. So we've got to take care of ourselves. But all too often, that skews our thinking to just selfish interest, so that it's not just about what we need, but now it's about what I want, and I've got to have the bigger, better thing, and the bigger house, and the better car, and that becomes our focus. But the Apostle Paul was inspired to direct our thinking in another way. He says this, all right, we need to work, but he also says that he may have something to give him who has need. And that's the key as well. We shouldn't labor and do our jobs just to fulfill our own wants. Yes, we have to fulfill our needs, no doubt about that. But we should also work so that we can help others, we can serve others, we can share with others. That's certainly a Christian biblical concept that we have to do. In fact, it's part of fulfilling God's great commandments. We know we're to love God and we're to love our neighbor. And so let's consider that. When you're going to work, think about the only reason I'm working is not just for me. I need to help and share others. And by doing that, I'll fulfill that great second commandment of loving my neighbor as myself. That's BT Daily. We'll see you next time.